Hello, and welcome back to another Eduonics tutorial. In this section, we're going over beauty techniques in Photoshop. And in this video, we'll be going over teeth whitening and straightening. Nothing makes someone appear more friendly than a big smile. And you can't give a big smile without showing some teeth. And nothing ruins a smile quite like bad teeth. Some people take better care of their teeth than others, and some people have naturally straighter teeth than others. In this tutorial, I'm going to go over how to whiten, brighten, and straighten someone's teeth while still maintaining a natural look. This is a delicate balance, because one's first instinct when editing teeth might be to make them completely white and completely straight. But those sorts of teeth barely look natural in real life, and they look even less natural in Photoshop. The key is to find a spot somewhere between perfect teeth and perfectly average teeth. So in this tutorial, I'm going to go over how to sharpen teeth, extracting those minor details that teeth have when you examine them up close. I'm going to go over how to select teeth so you can isolate them from the rest of your image. I'll show you how to whiten teeth without getting carried away. I'll go over how to preserve those little details in teeth that make them look genuine. And finally, I'll go over how to straighten teeth that are just a little too crooked. Okay, so the first step is to sharpen the teeth's details. To do that, I'm going to start by duplicating my background. With my background layer selected, I'll hit Ctrl-J on my keyboard, or Command-J if you're using the Mac, to jump this layer up above itself. Then I'll go up to Filter, Sharpen, Unsharp Mask. And with the Unsharp Mask, I'm trying to bring out all the little highlights and shadows within the teeth, without making the teeth overly noisy or pixelated. I'll set the amount to about 150%. And I'll set the radius to 15 pixels. Then I'll make sure that the threshold is at 0 levels. And I'll click OK. This brought out a lot of detail in the teeth. So I'll double-click the layer name and rename it to Detail. Alright, now that I've got some detail to work with, I need to select the teeth so I can isolate them from the rest of the image. I'll go over to the Tools panel and get the Quick Selection tool. Then I'll just click and drag inside the teeth to select them. Well, the Quick Selection tool did a good job of selecting the bottoms of the teeth, but I'm not sure it did such a good job on the tops of the teeth. It looks like I have some gums and even some lip in my selection. I need to just select the teeth, so I'll have to give this Quick Selection a little bit of help. To subtract from my selection, I'll just press and hold the Alt key or Option key on the Mac, and click and drag in the areas that I don't want to be selected. Fortunately for me, the Quick Selection tool gets smarter as I use it, and as long as I keep adding and subtracting to refine my selection, quick selection will eventually figure out exactly what I want to select. All right, this is about as good of a selection as the quick selection tool will give me. It's time to take this into Refine Edge. I'll go up in the Tool Options and click the Refine Edge button. Okay, so from here you can see that the current selection is leaving a lot to be desired. No worries, that's what Refine Edge is for. I'm going to go down to the Smooth option and bring it all the way up to 100. Then I'll go down to Feather and bring it up to 10 pixels. I'll bump the contrast up to plus 25%. I'll keep Shift Edge at 0%, and I'll go over and click OK. Now, to apply this selection to the teeth, I'll go down to the bottom of the Layers panel and click the New Layer Mask button. This detail is important to have, but I don't think I need this much of it in the teeth. I'll go up and reduce the opacity to 30% to reduce its visibility. That's better. Now that I have a bit more detail in the teeth, I'm going to get to work on whitening them. I'll go down to the bottom of the Layers panel and click the New Adjustment Layer button. Then I'll go up and select Hue Saturation to create a new hue saturation layer. Now, to make sure that any changes I make here are only applied to the teeth, I'm going to copy my previous layer mask and apply it to this layer. I'll press and hold the Alt key on my keyboard, or Option if you're using a Mac, and I'll click and drag the layer mask from my detail layer to my hue saturation layer. A dialog box is popping up, asking if I want to replace the current layer mask. I'll check the Don't Show Again box and then click Yes. Okay, so now any changes I make to this hue saturation layer will only be applied to the teeth as I selected them earlier. I'll switch to the hue saturation layer by clicking the layer thumbnail to the left. To whiten these teeth, the first thing I'll do is go in the Hue Saturation Properties panel, and I'll click the Colorize box. Then I'll go up to Hue and set it to 25. Then I'll set the saturation to 30. And as for the lightness, I'll set that to 30 as well. Already this is looking much better, but I think the whiteness washed some of the details out. I'm going to bring them back with a curves layer. I'll go down to the bottom of the Layers panel and click the New Adjustment Layer button. Then I'll go up and select Curves. Then, in the Curves properties, I'm going to go up to Preset, and I'll switch this from Default to all the way down to Strong Contrast. Oops, it applied the contrast to my whole image instead of just the teeth. I'll just copy my layer mask again by pressing and holding the Alt or Option key and click and drag one of my previous layer masks to the Curves layer mask. That's better. To help layer this better, I'm going to drag the Curves layer below my Hue Saturation layer. Then, to set more focus on the shadows and highlights, I'll switch the blend mode of my Curves layer from Normal to Overlay. Very nice. Now that these teeth are nice and white, they're ready to be straightened. But before I straighten them, I'll need to combine all my layers into one layer. So I'll make sure that my top layer is selected. Then I'll press and hold Shift before clicking the bottom layer. Now that all my layers are selected, I'm going to duplicate them. To do that, I'll drag them down to the new layer icon. Now I'll just right-click one of my new duplicated layers and select Merge Layers. Now I have a duplicate of all my layers existing on one merged layer. So I'll double-click the layer name and rename this to Merged. Okay, now to actually start straightening the teeth, I'll go up to Filter, Liquify. Now that my Liquify window is open, I'm going to need to get a closer look at my teeth. To do that, I'll go down to the bottom left of the Liquify window and click the plus icon a couple times to zoom in. Now, using the Forward Warp tool, which is enabled by default, I'm just going to start manually pushing areas of these teeth around. I'll start with the most noticeable teeth, where they especially jut outwards. And I'm just going to sort of push and pull things around a bit and see if I can't get these teeth to look a little more symmetrical. I'm not really going to go into the advanced options or even mess with the brush pressure. I'm just trying to fix general flaws in the teeth. Since these teeth aren't horribly crooked, I can just touch them up a bit without trying to make everything perfect. It's important, too, not to overdo this. Not only will you end up warping unwanted parts of your image, you'll also end up with teeth that just don't look natural. If I do wind up making a mistake here and there, I can just hit Control Z on my keyboard or Command Z on the Mac to undo my last action. I can even use the Reconstruct tool to bring some of the original image back if I need it. Another tool I can use to sort of tighten up these gaps between the teeth is the pucker tool. I can use it to just click a few times in the gums to make them seem more defined. Okay, that looks just about right. The teeth are straighter and more symmetrical, but not to the point where it's distractingly perfect and unnatural. I'll go up and click OK to apply this liquify filter. All right, it's time to see my before and after. I'll press and hold Alt on my keyboard or Option on the Mac and click the eye icon next to my original background layer to isolate it. So there's before, and here's after. Great improvement. The teeth are much wider, without losing all the little intricate details on them. And they're much straighter, to the point where there are no longer any distracting, jagged teeth jutting out. Okay, so in this tutorial, I went over how to sharpen teeth, extracting all the minor details. I went over how to select teeth and isolate them from the rest of the image. I went over how to whiten teeth without making them appear washed out. I went over how to preserve the little details in teeth to maintain a genuine look. And finally, I went over how to straighten teeth that were just a little too crooked. That will do it for whitening and straightening teeth. I'll go over lip color and body in the next video.